Hey, what's up, guys? It's MugenLord here, and we're going to talk about a particular title that I've never ever mentioned or even covered on this channel before. And what is that title that I'm talking about? Well, Gravity Rush. Gravity Rush was a Sony exclusive created by Sony's Japanese studio back a couple of years ago that pretty much garnered I guess you say a cult following. My brother Keo Lancer had also had the game as well, and then they eventually released a sequel on the PS4, PS Vita, and then they had a remaster of the original Gravity Rush that released on the PS4. But after Sony closed down the Japanese studio, we haven't really seen many Japanese first-party games from Sony themselves ever released again, and many people was wondering and hoping, will they ever see a Gravity Rush 3 since people cherished it so much. So why am I talking about it today? Well, apparently Sony has just dropped a quick, I guess you say, shadow announcement that they will be releasing a live action, or I wouldn't say live action, but they showed test footage of a upcoming Gravity Rush movie from the CES convention that was going on for a couple of days. And fans had pretty much seen the test footage and seen the approach that they're going with it. And after seeing the protagonist, Kat, many people is not having hope for this. So before I even give you my thoughts and opinions on it, make sure you hit that subscribe button, that notification bell for more gaming content here on this channel. So we're going to dive into it because Niche Gamer has covered it as well. And here we have on the website, Sony has provided a first look at Gravity Rush movie, including what appears to be the heroine Kat. Sony released a short video for CES 2024 showcasing their upcoming project and a new process for filmmaking courtesy of Torchlight. During the video, they showed a brief look at Gravity Rush movie, and Kat appears a little different than fans expected. You can see for yourself at the approximate 2-14. So I'll have the video play as I'm talking to you guys, but apparently what we see here is Kat, or supposedly be Kat herself, and we actually also see the design of the outfit. Now, we've been talking about this for the past couple of weeks about our female protagonists and what these studios are doing. And now if you look at Kat and Gravity Rush, the actual game itself, you can see how they designed the character, and the thing is, she has a very, very unique design. Like, you can actually pinpoint who and what her character is, and her costume actually brings quite intrigue. It brings that type of intrigue to it. You want to know, who is she, what is she, where is she from, because she has definitely have a unique look to her, and then also her skin tone has a unique tone to her as well, which gives the character its own flair and uniqueness, and that's what really people loved about the character. You know, her free-spirited, her personality, and then also the way her design, her outfit is. And then when you look at what they have with the test footage, what they have for Kat, in the test footage, or who we think is Kat, this could be a totally different character, but you can see the outfit is trying to borrow some of those similarities as far as colors and tones and stuff. But look at the outfit. They have her fully clothed. She's wearing full pants, and then she's wearing a full top, long sleeves. And this pretty much destroys a lot of the originality of the character, because now you have a generic, bland looking female protagonist compared to the unique design that they had with Kat in the original game. And look at the two. You compare the two, and you can see a stark difference that something is up, something doesn't look right. And then look at the face. Just the whole overall animation in itself just look horrible. Now, I want to remind you is the fact is that this is still test footage. I always want to put this out here to be fair, that this is also test footage. But this is Sony that we're talking about right now. This is Sony that we're talking about. This is modern Sony that we're talking about. So I'm not going to say that, hey, that this could change drastically and be more closer to the Kat that we know. This could possibly just be the Kat that we're definitely going to get for this film. But I just want to put it out here that this is only test footage. I'm only giving my opinion about the test footage, and a lot of people will say the same thing, like, you're criticizing test footage, but I want to put it out there that this could change. But this is Sony that we're talking about, modern Sony that we're talking about. So it's highly unlikely that there will be some change going on here. But in the article itself, that's pretty much all that they really have to say about it, is because at CES, Sony is pretty much talking about and discussing a lot of the new technology they have to go about how they, capture and how they put together a lot of these films. But you do have fans, and you can see on Twitter, in the Twitter post from Wario, he posts the screenshots to it and also the link to the video, and a lot of fans are really not having faith in this. You have some fans that's trying to be optimistic about it, but you do have a lot of fans saying that, hey, wait a minute, we would love to have a Gravity Rush 1 and 2 HD remastered collection before we want to see something like this. Hey Sony, how about give us a Gravity Rush 3 opposed to giving us a movie that we never asked for? And that's the whole idea that people are pretty much saying here. And most importantly, Kat herself, the protagonist, people saying, what the hell did y'all do to her? Why did y'all change her the way y'all changed her right here? It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't line up. And this character is now generic and unrecognizable. And this is the thing that I'm talking about when you go to these type of designs where you have these unique designs. When you allow the artists, you allow the developers, you allow creators to create the characters that they want to create, then you get a work of art. You get a character, especially in gaming in general. Gaming, a lot has to do with the character's appearance. It has a lot to do with their aesthetics, because the clothing itself also expresses what the character is about. When you look at the character costume, you get an idea of what they're about way before they even say words out their mouth. That's what makes the wonder, especially back in the day where we didn't have voice acting and all we had was pixel sprites, or we didn't have voice acting at all. All we had to rely on was the visual, and the way to get that expression was not only on their face but also what they have worn, as their attire and their aesthetic. And we got attached to that, and the same thing is happening here. Fans had grown attached to Kat, her design and everything. And then when we got this whole modern audience thing where now you want to, especially when it comes to female characters, you want to dress them up, you want to clothe them, you want to put as much clothes on them as possible, you destroy that creativity, because now she just looked like a generic character. You just threw on some pants, some slacks, and you just threw on a shirt with long sleeves. Now she looks, one, unrecognizable, and she looks like a bland, uninspired, generic character. So I don't know where this movie is going to go. Right now, this game, or this movie, I would say, is in production as we speak right now. Also, Sony's planning on releasing more movies and TV shows like the Horizon series, and also they're doing a God of War series. So there's a lot of things they have in the work. But the thing is, looking at what they've done to Kat, I really don't have faith in what's going to happen when it comes to Horizon series or even the God of War series at all, when they taking an approach like this. And then when you look at the people that's behind it, that's behind the scenes, behind the camera, behind the technology, when you look at these people, you already know what you're about to be in for. So that's why I'm not getting my hopes up. Fans are very disappointed and skeptical about it, as they should. And we just want to wait and see where this is going to go, and see what other IP that Sony is going to pretty much put out there in Hollywood moving forward. So this is pretty much wrapping this video up. It's not really much to talk about. We only have a small bit of footage surrounding this project. We just want to wait and see as time progresses. But what are your thoughts so far by looking at the test footage? Do you have any hope for a Gravity Rush movie? And what other projects do you think that Sony's going to work on next that we'll see as a streaming series or a movie? So if you like the video, hit the like button, subscribe button for more gaming content here on this channel. This is MugenLord, sign off. I'll see you Game Fiends later. Peace out.